So you guys want to know how to handle small orders. Well, you guys got questions and I've got answers. You guys are watching Ask Stan the Man. How you guys doing? My name is Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle, and I help you start t-shirt businesses from home. Where are you at? And when it comes to handling small orders, the process can help you avoid headaches. I broke this down into 3 categories to help you guys smooth this out, and we're gonna get to it right after the intro. Okay, let's jump right into it. But before we do, you guys know what this do for me. I need you to like this video, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, because I make videos like this all the time. Yes, I mean all the time. All right, so we got an early morning DM. I guess it's not really early morning, 9:19 a.m. For one of you guys out there, Jews of, I don't know how to put the last part together. You know, some of these Instagram names, I don't know where it breaks up and stuff like that, but we'll pop it up on the screen for you guys to take a look. But it says, I apologize for the time. I'm on an early morning grind. You got to get up earlier than that because the early bird catches the worm. All right, it says, can you potentially do a video on purchasing for an order? Things like, for instance, if you get a 4-shirt order, is it smart to order just the shirts you need and pay the shipping, or order enough for free shipping? By the way, I use Jiffy shirts right here in Atlanta because they local and I can get a half-day delivery time. Just some general tips and tricks. I can't say enough. Time is money, and you give a lot of time for us to learn. I appreciate you, what you do, and what you stand for. Thanks. Have a blessed day, and a blessed and prosperous day, man. Sometimes I just be like, so y'all know I talk about all the time, I can't read, so I be like reading ahead and saying what I think it say, but I be trying to read these verbatim. I did good in the beginning, but not at the end. But nonetheless, man, we're not worried about this. So to answer, this is a very, very good question. And to answer it, we broke it down into 3 main categories, right? Artwork, your shirt order, and your material or supply order that you need to fill that order, okay? And specifically, he's talking about shirts. Well, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but he or she is talking about the shirt part of this process. All right, so we're going to start, in this case, we're going to start with artwork because I believe everything starts with art, okay? Now, one of the things that you guys know is actually tomorrow, but depending on when you're watching this, I have a class called Vector Artwork Basics. It'll either be live or recorded. If you don't understand art, you need the basics. I'm talking 5 tools and 5 functions that you need to know to deal with artwork so you can get a clear grasp and understanding for artwork. You should probably check that out. It'll be down in the description, or you can visit tshirtsidehustle.com and go to the class section on the website, and you can find Vector Artwork Basics there, okay? So we're going to talk about artwork first. Now, what you want to know about art, first and foremost, is it print ready? Quote unquote, is it usable? Okay. If you can figure that out. So if it's print ready and usable or good enough for you to use and go through with the order, then you don't even have to worry about anything. You just take it and you process it how you process it, put it in whatever program, whether that's some vinyl cutting software or some maybe a Uninet or iColor rip software or detail, whatever you need to do with it, order transfers. You got print ready art, usable art, you're good to go. If you don't, you either have to recreate it or pay to get somebody to recreate it, right? So that's the first part. The first thing I'm going to ask that customer is, do they have art? All right. The next thing I'm going to ask them is, when do they need it by? Okay. This is going to come into tune later with the questions that we need to answer about when to order shirts or free shipping or not free shipping. But when do you need this order by? Okay. Then we're going to quote this thing out. So we got the art. We know what they need. Got all the order specs. We quote it out. They pay the invoice. We good to go there. All right. Really, really simple, smooth process. That's the order intake part of this whole entire thing. All right. Now, once we got the order, in this case, he was talking about 4 shirts. It doesn't matter. I suggest, if you have time, if they don't need it in a rush, I don't order in a rush. Okay. So what I'm actually looking to do for these small orders is to group them in with some bigger orders. Okay. Now, when it comes to shirts, I want to know, and we had a big debate about this the other day. I'll link it up down in the description. You can find it down there. But do you allow customers to provide shirts? Okay, for me, I do and I don't. For large orders, I do not want customers providing their shirts. For small orders, Sometimes I don't mind, but I would much rather still order it myself. But if they're gonna be getting pink and be running around, if they gotta do the run around because they need it really, really fast, and they gonna go to Michael's and they gonna go over here and go over there and go find all of these different shirts that they may need, 10 different colors and sizes, then they can go ahead and do that. I also let them know that, hey, I can get the shirts no problem. Just tell me the breakdown of what you need in sizes, because we can actually get the same stuff. But the first thing, who's gonna provide the shirts? Is it customer provided, or am I gonna provide it, right? Now, once they make that decision, in this case, we're gonna go with, I'm providing the t-shirts, which means now I gotta go to my t-shirt supplier and figure out exactly where, oh man, we got a visitor. What's up, Fin Dog? Come on. Everybody, say hi to Fendi. Fendi's a little wet. But, so we're gonna go from there. Calm down, calm down, calm down. We trying to film a video, Fendi. Fendi. I'm trying to make you a star, okay? All right, so from there, once we figure out who is going to actually provide the shirts, we got to think about our suppliers. If you're lucky like this person, you can get a local supplier, you can go pick up the shirts, then you're off to a great start because you don't have to worry about much of anything. You place your order, you go pick it up. But for me, I like to let my orders build up. And what does that mean? I just put, if I got an order come in and it's 5 shirts, I put it in the cart. I'm using Samar right now. You can use Alpha, you can use SNS, you can use whatever company that there is that you want to use, but I put it in the cart. Once that order is confirmed and paid for, I just drop it in the cart. And once it hits that free shipping, right? Once one large order comes in, like right now I had a shirt order for 24 2X or 24 3X shirts. So it's like 175, 195 or something like that. It's right up against that free shipping threshold. So now I get a 5-piece order, a 10-piece order. Then I'll put all of those orders in there and then I'll place that order and get those shirts in with the free shipping. Now, if it is a rush order, you're gonna have to, of course, accommodate the customer by the due date that they actually need these shirts by. And what you're gonna do from there is you're gonna go ahead and charge the customer the shipping, right? You're gonna have to add that on, tack that onto the price. Now, in this case, this is where I don't mind ordering at Jiffy, right? Ordering the same shirt from Jiffy could cost you a few extra bucks. You're not going up on the desk. Just chillax, sit, rest. There we go. All right. Ordering from Jiffy at this point, when it's $60, I think is their free shipping rather, and it's not a large order, then this is a, hey, you did all of that. All right, peace out. All right, so in this case, I don't mind ordering from Jiffy. That shirt may cost me a little bit, $1 or $2 more, depending on how far off. It could cost me as much as $5 more, but sometimes the option for shipping is better to just order off of Jiffy rather than paying shipping from one of the direct suppliers. Now, one of the things that I do like is I like Alpha Brothers Flex Express, where they'll ship to a FedEx store close to your area for pickup, and you can go there, and I think it's $10 these days. It used to be $5 when it started. Well, it was free, then it was $5, and now it's $10. And I haven't done it in a while because I've been getting a lot of bulk orders, but in general, they'll ship it to a FedEx near you, and then you can pick it up from there. So if they needed it fast, you gotta get it fast, and you gotta get it how you can get it, but you do wanna account for shipping of those garments in your order, okay? The last but not least is materials. Now, if you're doing vinyl or stuff like that, I suggest you always have the vinyl on hand. You should have, whatever stock colors you have, 10 to 20 stock colors. I always say purchase in at least 5-yard rolls. You should always have some on hand to be able to knock out smaller orders. And then if you got a bigger one, by the time your shirts come, you place an order, go to marathon.supply, get your vinyl. We shipping out same day, as long as it's in by 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You get your vinyl in. And you can kind of rock out from there and get everything kind of going, or at least you can get it started with the supplies that you have on hand. Now, if you need to order transfers, right? We're shipping transfers out within 48 hours, definitely, usually the next day. If it's in by the same time, 3 o'clock, we're processing the art, everything's good. We're going to be good to go to get it out to you really, really fast. But again, now you have to wait for your transfers. I like to ship everything out 2-day air. Seems to be the most reliable, most consistent. And with that being said, if you place your order for your shirts, you get your supplies in hand, you kind of marry those two together. You should have them in your hand within 2 days, as long as everything's going right. you then will be able to go ahead and complete that order, right? So how I handle it, I take care of the artwork and invoicing right up front. Then I figure out when the deadline is, take that shirt order in, figure out how I'm gonna be fulfilling the shirt order, getting it, where I'm getting it from, what supplier, how much it's gonna, all of that kind of stuff. I do all of that in one run, and then I'm looking at my materials next, right? So one of the things that I will also say is always start with the art, process the art. If you're ordering transfers, place that order first, because that one is usually longer. Now, most suppliers are, no matter where you are, getting to you next day, if not 2 days, if you're lucky, depending on if you're in a certain area that you can't get it, definitely in 2 days. But for me, it's about 1 day out of New Jersey. And a lot of us, depending on where you are, you just connect with the right supplier that's close to you, and you'll be able to get your order to you within about a day or so. So keeping that in mind, the transfers would probably take a little bit longer. And if you're up against a deadline, man, I can't say this enough. Charge, charge, charge. Rush orders are headaches. I didn't always used to charge. The other day I did a rush order, came in, they confirmed it on Friday, and they needed it on Tuesday, and I charged a 25% rush order fee. And one day, I took this from another company that I actually use for some of my sub work. One day is 100%. I think like 2 days, 2 to 3 days is, 50%. And then, I don't know, 3 or 5 is 25% or something like that. Maybe it's 1, 2, 3, whatever the days is. But I just was like, you know what? Normally I charge a 50% rush fee because they contact me on Thursday. I was like, but, we get this through. I do it for 25% rush order fee. And it kind of like adds to it. Worth the headache. Also, you got to let the customers know it's hard to make changes on rush orders. Because, we up against the clock, right? Actually, I had this job, I printed, and they wanted the logo a little bit further away from the center logo. It was like one of these brush logos. And I actually enlarged the size of the design slightly, which made it closer. And so after I sent her the first print, or actually it was the last print because I was done, she was like, hey, can the logo be spaced out a little bit more like the mock-up? I was like, I'm sorry. This happens with rush orders. Yada, yada, yada. I went down the line like, I increased the logo because I thought the size needed to be bigger. I didn't move that. I apologize. I can do it when y'all reorder. But for the rush order, it's hard. And, this is some stuff that we probably want to have on the website and listed in the disclaimers and different things like that. So I just broke down how you guys can handle small orders. If you guys need supplies, you guys know this channel is brought to you guys by Marathon.Supply, the supplier that actually has done what it is that you're doing and trying to make a way out of no way and make sure that you guys have a full understanding about this business. You can get transfers, you can get Uninet eye colors, you can get these dope Galaxy heat presses, interchangeable platens for both the hat press and the 16 by 20 back there, the 15 by 15. All of these things are available on Marathon Supply. You can go to marathon.tshirtsocial.com. That's the link to go ahead and get referred over to the website, kick back to me. And we're truly making sure that you guys are successful in your business. If you guys have any tips, tricks, put them down in the comments below, man. This is a learning community, and I would love to hear from you guys and what you guys have to say. Other than that, this has been your boy Stan Banks from T-Shirt Side Hustle. Peace.
The T-Shirt Side Hustle team would like to give a huge shout out to its contributing members.